Hi, D
Hi.
family.
How are you doing today, this evening?
I'm Carolyn,
And I'm Garrett,
and we are Diary of a Family.
where we're intentionally living life with you guys.
What do you guys think about that nickname? D family.
D family, the D fam, the D shizzle.
The D fam. So that name actually comes from one of our shout outs tonight.
Hey.
So I'll give it out now. Our shout out to Stephen Parent. He joined us and called us the D fam. So there's your nickname.
Yeah, I'll take it.
Everybody who joins us and hangs out with us and gets to know us and us them, you are a D fam.
If you like it, let us know. If you have something better, leave it in the comments. We are still in Louisiana.
Yeah, well, each of my contracts is 3 months, so we got to kind of be here. And I know we got here 2 weeks early, basically.
Yep.
Thinking that my job started March 21st, and it didn't start till April 4th.
So it is going to be... This is probably going to be the longest time we're going to be at one location, mainly because of the logistics of everything.
Mm-hmm. Getting us down here from Washington and then not starting right away. It was nice to have 2 weeks off. Hey, nursing our travel bug.
You guys are hilarious with that Fulltime Family scavenger hunt. Honest, seriously, it is nuts.
He's been following it. I haven't. I just saw it on his phone. I was kind of flipping through. I don't understand, but it looks like it was a lot of fun.
If we got in on it when it started,
It would have been.
It would have been fun, and there's enough incentive and prizes to make it worthwhile. But right now, we're just like, I'm just enjoying the pictures. That's about it.
I've been doing as little as possible when it comes to social media and other items, just because I'm working full time, and I've been battling this horrible, nasty cold, just feeling nasty and disgusting for like the last 3 weeks. So
Yeah.
I feel like I'm getting over it, but I said that like 2 other times before. And it just kept morphing into more and more things. So we'll see.
Yeah.
Nursing our travel bed. That's how we roll.
X marked the spot. Hey, from DC tonight. Love DFam. We are checking the nation's capital. We will eventually get there with our kids.
Yes, I so want to go there. So much history. So
we would want to spend a week or two there, for sure. Yeah. However, a 2.5-year-old would not fully appreciate that and Disney. We're going to hold off just a little bit longer for some of those locations.
I was trying to talk him into Disney this year, but he was saying...
It's hard getting into that.
He's been to Disney. I haven't, so I want to go. But he's like, no, we won't enjoy it as much with a 2-year-old.
Yes, I know. I saw way too many parents with screaming kids. The kids are just tired out of their minds, and they're like, "We're in the magical place, the funnest place on earth. You should be happy." The kid needs a nap. Kid needs a nap. So we actually, if you haven't checked out our date night video from Friday, please check that out now. I also want to
don't check it out now. Wait till the live stream is
wait
over.
till it's done, then go back, check it out. We had a fantastic date night. We got back after midnight, but it was a long date. It was much needed, and thanks again to my sister and brother-in-law for watching our kids.
And we didn't get that for free,
No.
We offered them a date night too, so they had gone out the night before. I'm like, hey, give and take. I know we need a date night. You guys probably need a date night too.
Yeah.
So it was fun to watch our nieces that night, and
It was.
I think the kids enjoyed watching the movie and getting their nails done. We did a girly night. The boys got into it too.
Yeah. One thing I did want to do regarding that video was kind of talk just for a little bit about Drivin' and Vibin's album, Among the Giants. We were very blessed to be given that album when we met Kyle. And Kyle and Olivia are super gracious, and they let us use one of their songs from their album, which we're just absolutely blessed to do. But I didn't really get an opportunity to talk about their album. and kind of plug it just a little bit more.
Well,
so
part of the reason was we were filming at the time you received the album, so we hadn't even heard the album at that point.
Exactly.
So
the album is kind of just stories from their travels, different locations that they were at, different dealing with a flood, dealing with, you know.
Well, they talked about their experiences at Quartzsite, and what are some of the other songs about?
Magnolia Beach,
and there's one song about just their traveling on the road,
like up to Nia Bay, down to like the plains, the desert plains, to,
and just describing in the song their experiences of being in the truck together. And
so if you haven't, go to iTunes, any Amazon, any place, go to drivingandvibing.com, check out their website, check out their album. If you're full-time on the road and you haven't heard their music, I suggest you support him and purchase the CD. It is great. We just listen to it on repeat almost. It sits in our truck and we just listen to it on repeat.
Emma's already got some songs like
I want.
Is that this song? Is that song?
Her favorite song is Beauty and Chaos.
Beauty and Chaos. So check it out. Emma's favorite song off the album.
So, springboarding back into a little more on our topic.
The date night.
We were actually blessed to get another date night.
Today.
So, we put together a short video.
He did. I started editing it, and then I was just
She filmed it all, but...
Filmed it on my phone. That's all we took. We were really focused on being together, spending time together, relaxing and chilling. It was fun.
Yeah.
Watch this.
Enjoy.
Having a date night. Oh, okay. I'm running. We're crossing the street. Okay. We made it. So we spent some time at the Science Museum. Sailing ship. Garrett trying to learn how to sail. He is attempting to go to Tampa, Florida from Mexico. We saw the National Parks Adventure IMAX movie.
Very inspiring.
It is, yes.
For us to use our National Park Pass.
Yes, we need to use our National Park Pass more. And now we're probably going to go check out a casino because I've never been and he has. So here we go.
One thing I like about casinos, two things really, I guess. The architecture is normally pretty amazing, and the second is their production value. Being lighting and production myself, I really appreciate a good, solid show and a good environment.
It's all about the show. It's all about...
They want to entice you to come in and spend your money. So they're going to put on shows, they're going to give you the best food, they're going to wine and dine you.
And then they're going to take your money away from you.
Taking all your money away so that they can build more buildings like this.
If given the chance, take a date night. Full-timing can be hard to find that safe space for your kids and that time away. Luckily, we made friends pretty quick, and we're in a location for 3 months, so we get to know people.
I think that's a good thing of how our lifestyle is. It's a little different than a lot of people that live on the road. Because of the fact that we're in one location for a set period of time, we're actually able to build relationships with people and build some trust up. You know, I wouldn't just go say, hey, some random person in the park that I knew for a week, would you like to watch our kids? But if it's someone that I've known for a while or someone that we built a relationship with, I feel more comfortable.
Yep, that's the key. Build a relationship.
Yep. Which one is which?
Which one is which?
You got the Nutter Butter one?
Yours is the circle one. Mine is the Nutter Butter. Pretty darn good chocolate. What was that place? That was very good chocolate.
Yeah, and
It was overpriced.
It was
really good.
We paid $2.15 for both of those. So
we're heavy spenders when we go to the.
We were the
casino.
we were the high rollers at the casino for sure.
All right, hold on. These
So,
children are not listening.
our kids should be in bed asleep, and right now they are jumping all over the place. So we are, Flagstaff or Santa Fe. Both are very good choices,
Hey,
and
it's my contract. Don't tell them.
I'm not saying nothing. Carolyn said, "Hey, it's my contract," so she's going to reveal where we're going to go. Both locations were locations we were looking at, and we were wanting to go.
I don't know that they're going to listen to me and go to sleep.
We might have some bumping in.
Flagstaff, Santa Fe, gosh, either of those places
Either of
would be
them.
perfect.
Well, let's talk about Flagstaff. Because
Flagstaff.
we kind of talked with your recruiter about it.
So, the situation with Flagstaff is not a lot of job options there, at least at this point, for nurses, for travel nurses. That's what we were told. Maybe because it's a smaller community. I know that if we had gone for Phoenix, Arizona, it would have been a slam dunk. We would have probably had a position right away, but way too hot. We needed higher elevation, cooler temperatures for the summertime.
Yeah.
So we didn't even find any jobs to put my application in there. Now, if I'd gone with a different recruiter agency
You might
maybe,
have.
possibly.
Yeah.
Because some hospitals don't have contracts with certain agencies and vice versa, whatever. The whole situation. Santa Fe, so New Mexico. We talked about how there's probably a good opportunity for me to get jobs there, but this was a projection.
Yes.
And so my recruiter said, get your license now. It might take 4 to 5 weeks. It ended up only taking like 2 weeks or less.
For some reason, it went really fast.
It went very fast. Like, I did all the little pieces online, got my fingerprints done, sent them off in 2-day mail, and like a week after all of that,
It was done.
they sent me a note and said, here's your license number. So we got
Colorado
that all
Springs.
done, but then when it came to putting in applications, like when the jobs were actually open, guess what? There were only night shift jobs. And I'm
Yeah.
like, I have little kids at home. I haven't worked night shift as a nurse. Not interested.
It would be very hard for us as a travel family to work nights.
And it would be hard for me to transition into that type.
That sleep schedule is terrible.
Yeah.
I've
X
worked
marks the spot
graveyards.
says Colorado Springs. Ooh.
We have not. We told her recruiter that we would be interested in anything, and that would have included Colorado.
Yeah.
But unfortunately, we did not find any opportunities in Colorado Springs. But that doesn't mean we won't eventually make it to Colorado.
Right. So, in the end, we put in applications at 2 different hospitals in one location in Texas. Yes, Texas. We're going to be in Texas for the summertime.
Yep.
In Amarillo, Texas.
Texas.
As far north as we could get.
It's the furthest northern town. Big town in the Panhandle. So it is about almost 300,000 people in the area. So it's a large town, large city. What we liked is that it's about 3,500 feet elevation. So it is not. We're probably like 200 feet elevation here.
Yeah.
And it is just.
So even though it is Texas and you think hot, it's going to be different than our Louisiana problem here. The humidity will be non-existent. And so the heat will not feel like the heat that we've been experiencing here. Yes, nursing our travel bug. Night shift. Boo. Boo, boo, boo. I don't know if that means that I'm going to be out of a lot of job options as a travel nurse, being a day shift. But I mean, my hospital hired lots of day shift travelers. I mean, our night shift was a tight crew, and we would hire a few travelers for night shift.
Yeah.
But usually we picked up a lot of day shift too. So I didn't think it would be too much of an issue.
Yeah.
Anyway.
So what I like about Amarillo, like right now, I'm just looking at the app that has the weather. I know. It's the Apple app or whatever. It's hot during the day. It's in the 90s, but it's in the 90s here too. At night, it gets down to like mid 60s.
So it drops.
So
Here,
it drops.
It doesn't drop.
It's like 80. It's it might be 70, 60 degrees if it doesn't.
We just had a thunderstorm roll through with a ton of rain, and you think, oh, that would drop the temperature a lot. No, it's still 75 outside. 89% humidity. So.
Yeah, humidity right now in Amarillo is 25%.
So, I mean, we keep our trailer
about 40.
At about 77 degrees, 78, and 40% humidity.
Yep.
And we can tolerate that. We can like, we don't want to spend a lot of, we don't want to, like, drop the temperature, like, really, really low in our trailer and not be able to go in and out comfortably. Because, I mean, that heat smacks you when you walk through the door.
Yeah.
But a lot of people,
the humidity was what's just terrible.
I was talking to somebody, one of my patients, and he said, we were talking about the humidity and how it's hard on you. And he said, it's those of us who are used to AC and being in the AC, it's harder to go from the heat to the AC and then back to the heat. He had someone who did his lawn care for him, and he would invite the guy in to have a drink of water and sit in the AC, and the guy would say, no, I'd rather stay out here. I'll take the drink, but I don't want to go in the AC, because his body was already like acclimated to the heat and the humidity. So yeah. X marks the spot. Yep. Amarillo, hot but dry. Yes.
We are looking forward to it. There is some fantastic.
Ooh, good to know. Thank you. X marks the spot says wind in the Panhandle can be brutal. Well, we've already been through a windstorm in the Mojave Desert, and it's been pretty windy at some of the locations we've been here. So we'll probably just have to keep our awnings in all the time.
Yeah,
we'll see.
I'll just keep an eye out on how the weather is and how the wind is.
Yep.
So,
find out which direction the wind usually goes.
Yep.
Like, points in, and let's get spots that angle us right in the wind.
One of the things that I like about that area is there's a lot more options for camping. And there is a couple national park, forestry land stuff up there. And what is the name of that? The third largest canyon in the world.
I don't know if it's in the world.
Or in the United States.
We could not clarify if it was actually...
Don't take my word for it.
It was just one person's comment on that canyon was it's the third largest canyon in the world, but I don't think so. So I'm forgetting what that canyon's name is.
So it is supposedly the third largest canyon somewhere.
Somewhere.
And was something. And it is pretty close to where we're at.
Oh, very close.
Where it starts.
Let's see.
But then also Lake Meredith is about 40 minutes north of Amarillo, and there is camping and stuff up there. So our plan is to try and figure out boondocking locations.
Is that the right one?
Palo Duro.
Palo Duro Canyon. So there's Palo Duro Canyon State Park.
Yep.
And then there's Lake Meredith National Recreation Area.
Yep.
And then there's Buffalo Lake National Wildlife Refuge, and it looks all right around that Amarillo area. So.
Yep.
And then further up, Rita Blanca National Grassland.
Yep. So we are going to be attempting to boondock while we're there. So we're going to find some locations. When you drive through, let us know and get together. Palo Duro Canyon.
Okay. Sounds great.
Awesome. Yes.
I didn't realize you guys were so close.
Yeah, that's awesome. So we want to know where are the best spots for a 40-foot rig.
To boondock?
A lot of people are like, yeah, we got a nice little trailer. We can get zip in and out. And I'm like, we're not little. We're like a big container ship that's like massive and needs the wide berth. But I know people boondock all the time
with their big rigs.
Like this, and their Class A's and everything that is large. So if you have any ideas on where good spots are,
or what apps you use, how you use them,
let us know.
Because we're
in the comments.
Boondocking virgins.
Yeah, I mean we know a lot of the Campendium. We use All Stays, and I know there's like freecamping.com, and there's a lot of places to go to get that information. Yeah. But where are the hidden gems? Because a lot of times you only see a little text blurb and a little dot saying there's something here.
Also, how do you go about finding that location if you're going into area you're unknown, you don't
Unfamiliar.
know about? Do you actually like just drive to it and say, "Oh, this isn't going to work for us," and drive on, or do you send a vehicle ahead to scout the area while you kind of wait in the parking lot? Because we have that ability. I have the follow car, so I can.
She could go ahead.
Scout.
Yeah.
And that's another thing. Like, my car's pretty low to the ground, so we can't just like off-road it somewhere. We actually have to be able to drive the car in with a low.
If the car can make it, I can make it in with the trailer. Yeah. At least the clearance-wise on the bottom.
So I'm not going to go into much detail, but at this point in time, we don't know exactly when we're going.
They decided
to Amarillo.
They decided to play some.
We'll kind of. I think we should just keep it a secret until like next week, because by tomorrow we will know exactly when we're going. I thought that everything would be in stone by this time, but something came up on Friday, and basically because the holiday is coming up, 4th of July, the hospital that I had just signed a contract with for starting on the 3rd said, "Oh, we need you to start the 2nd." And I'm like, hold on, wait.
After signing the contract.
My last day of work is the 28th. Yeah. And you expect me to get my family and our trailer and everything over to Amarillo without stressing us out and giving me enough time to relax and chill and learn the area and get to the hospital and find out where I'm supposed to be in, 3 freaking days? No, this is not going to work.
Yeah.
So I pushed back.
We could make it happen, but it was just like, ooh.
I pushed back, and the hospital said, "No, we're firm on that. Either you start on the 2nd, or you don't start until the 17th." So they do their orientations every 2 weeks. And I'm finding that's true with a lot of hospitals, every 2 weeks. So you don't get onboarded just like any old week. It has to be on their schedule. So my recruiter Friday, she was attempting to get a hold of the hospital I'm working for now, Christus, to see if I could extend 1 week, and then we would take that 17th start date, and we wouldn't have so much time off in between that we wouldn't be getting paid.
Yeah.
And that would allow us to have a more leisurely pace and actually travel through Texas and kind of get to see some things. And
yeah, because right now, I mean, we beelined it here.
Yeah, we didn't get to do much or see anything.
Yeah.
So
we were like driving distance from all these places, and we couldn't even slow down.
And the whole point of this is to be able to go between jobs and have time to explore and experience and see those places in between.
Is that hashtag Traveler's Life?
Anyway, so it's still up in the air.
Yep.
If we can't get the hospital that I work for right now to extend another week, we can't wait until the 17th. And so we are going to hightail it as fast as we can
to Amarillo,
leaving the 29th and getting there, I don't know, whenever, the 1st, and hopefully me be refreshed enough to start work a 12-hour shift on the 2nd. It's just laughable. It's so laughable.
Yeah,
like, this is what we didn't want to do, and it's what we've had to do. Like every single time we raced down here to Louisiana, and now we might have to race to Amarillo.
The two things we didn't really want to have to deal with these contracts were them changing things, and us racing to get to the next location. So far, We did that on this first one. Well, then we had to hurry up and wait for 2 weeks at the end because they decided to change it on us. And now they're wanting to change it afterwards. And
it's all about flexibility. I mean, really, as a travel nurse, that's what they need. They need flexible bodies.
At least we didn't say we'll make it to California in 3 days.
I'd be like, okay, you going to pay for my plane ticket?
I don't even know if we would want to deal with the hassle of getting the nursing license in California.
I don't know. Everybody says it pays really good money, and it's very beautiful there. We know.
It is.
We've been there. Anyway, so we are Amarillo bound, and we will let you guys know probably next Sunday what the plan is, if we're going to do it really fast or if we're going to get our time to kind of explore Texas.
And we are going to get our interviews back online starting next week. So we will give you a short update of what's happening, where we're at, and then we'll show you our interview with our next RVers. And then
we've got some awesome interviews coming up. Lots of great people have been reaching out to us saying, hey, I think we're ready. Let's do this. So super, super excited about our interviews. You can do it!
We had 4 days to go from Florida to Connecticut. Not fun.
Florida to Connecticut? You guys are absolutely insane. This is
but
nursing
not
our travel.
missing a check is great.
But not missing a check is great. You're right. I'm willing to miss 1 week of work, but
we have savings and stuff, but that's we don't want to
eat
into anything.
We still have a little bit of debt. Once we're completely out of debt, then we can look at what our savings is and just be like, shoot, 2 weeks, let's do it, let's enjoy, let's go slow. But yeah. Anyway, I don't know how you did it. So Natasha and
they went from Florida to Connecticut. That's like going up the East Coast. That's the worst segment to try and drive on.
I know, because at least on the West Coast, you don't have tolls. You do have traffic in some locations, but not constantly, and you have different routes that you can choose. I'm sure it's the same on the East Coast, that you have different
routes. First place we encountered a toll road, and we were able to just drive around it, was in Dallas on our way down here. So, but I know it's like every other road on the East Coast are toll roads. Question for Nursing Our Travel Bug. How much did it cost you guys in tolls to get from Florida to Connecticut? Did
you keep the record?
I don't know if you guys...
Did you spend an arm and a leg, or did you figure out how to work the system?
Yep.
All right, so while we're waiting for Nursing Our Travel Bug to answer that question, let me get to our shout-out.
So we got some new subscribers this week.
If somebody subscribes right now, we will be at 480.
We're close to breaking into that bag of wasabi peas.
So close. We're going to eat spicy food. I have been, not even knowing, I have been preparing for the test. I have made my father-in-law's garlic sauce, like fresh garlic sauce. Oh, you want me to get it out of the fridge? I made a second batch tonight because I'd run out.
Yes.
It is so spicy, but I've been eating it by the spoonfuls to try to help me get through my cold.
It's a Romanian recipe that my parents got from their Bible study group that they go to, and he makes two versions. The guy who gave us this recipe, he makes two versions. The men's and the women's.
And the men's is spicier.
Yeah. Oh gosh, it takes the hair off your legs just eating it, and then you smell like garlic for about a week afterwards.
It's good though. It's good for your immune system. That garlic is good to kill.
$15.
$15 in tolls? Just $15?
We went all the way around except for one, which was a bridge in New York.
Okay.
Nice.
Pretty good. Good job nursing our travel
bug. It could be terrible. It could, hundreds of dollars if you're taking the toll roads to get up there.
Yeah. Yep.
Back to subscribers.
So we have 479 subscribers. We're 21 away from our 500 goal and our spicy eating challenge. Wasabi peas and some specialty beef jerky that I got him for when
It was
when did I
Father's
get one?
Day.
No, it was for Valentine's Day.
Valentine's Day.
Valentine's Day.
It is ghost pepper
Ghost pepper.
jerky.
Jerky. Nursing our travel bug. Haven't got the bill in the mail yet, though. Okay, well, so it's not out of your pocket yet.
And with us travel people, it could probably be another month before it actually, because it gets, to the mail service and then to the forwarding and then
it takes forever to get your mail. All right, so shout out to Stephen Parent, and double shout out because I already shouted him out at the beginning. He called us D Family, and we really like that. We think we're gonna call you guys our D Fam, our D Family.
Yep.
Because you really are. You're our family. The Little Minimalists, who sounds like they are wanting to get on the road too.
Yeah.
So
it almost sounded like they had been on the road at one point, and they're wanting to get back on the road.
We're going to do a little bit more checking into the Little Minimalists.
Yeah. Chris
Johnson and NASCAR Fan 02. Shout out to all of you. Thank you for joining us and following us on our crazy adventures.
And feel free, if you're watching and you haven't commented, to comment.
Yes.
Let us interact with you guys and get to know you.
We want to live intentionally. We want to intentionally be a part of your lives.
Yeah.
Encourage you to be intentional with your life. Whatever that means for you. Okay. I think we're up to date on all of our comments. Well, guys, it's 8:38.
Yeah.
Short. Sweet. Do you have anything else you want to talk about?
Oh. We're
That's it. That's all we had listed.
Yeah, I mean we're hoping. I'm hoping to have the extra week because that was one thing we were trying to plan on, and dealing with the hospitals are always interesting. But if we're able to get a good one, I think we have a pretty fun little mini tour of Texas.
Yeah, we're gonna try to hop from Thousand Trail Park to Thousand Trail Park because we just upgraded our Thousand Trails.
Yep.
And added Texas to it. So.
Well, what was interesting, if you have Thousand Trails, is that if you get the Southwest, that's probably like the biggest zone to have.
Yeah.
It not only includes Texas all the way over to Florida, but it's all the way up to like Virginia. Or something crazy like that, and it's like, wow.
So what zones do we have? We have Southwest, and we have
the
Western,
the Southwest, and the Southeast right now, which basically the entire southern United States, all the way across, we have access to the Thousand Trails. So we're hoping to score a contract within driving distance of 1,000 trails, because that's going to really help us save money.
We'll see. I mean, if you want to go to New Mexico, that's not going to happen. But
well, I mean, the only reason we were really trying to get Flagstaff was it's about an hour drive
from Thousand Trails.
Verde Valley, Thousand Trails. So, we're trying to use the membership. We're trying to keep, get our money's worth out of it.
Which we haven't. We really haven't yet.
We haven't. And our kids are going crazy back there.
Okay, they're going to Vacation Bible School tomorrow morning early, and we told them you need to go to bed, you need to go to sleep, and they're not. So they're really gonna not be happy when we make them get up and get ready for.
Which means we won't be staying up till midnight either. No. We'll be getting to bed.
So I'm glad we were able to find a Vacation Bible School that worked for us before we left. Emma went to camp for the first time last year for the whole time. Before we let her go 1 year before, but took her home at night. And she did fantastic. I was there, but I stayed away from her in her cabin and did my thing as the camp nurse. Let her have her space, And then we didn't want Timothy to feel left out. As a 4-year-old, he was like, I want to do something too. I want to go to camp. So
we found a Vacation
Bible School that was at the same time as Emma's camp. So
that was hard. Yeah. That was not easy to, but luckily
it worked. It was right
out.
In town.
Yep.
So this year we found a Vacation Bible School, and Timothy and Emma will go together, and it's like every single morning this next week, and they're looking forward to it. And then Garrett and I will have time to get things ready for our trip.
Yep.
And of course we'll have Eddie, but just palling around with Eddie, it's pretty easy.
Yeah. The National Travel Bar said, aha, give him the dad face. No, we're going to do the double team parent face.
We both go in there, what are you guys still doing up?
Do you want to go to Vacation Bible School? Because I will cancel Vacation Bible School if you do not just go to sleep right now.
We are your parents. We can do that,
We can give it and we can take it away. Go to sleep. All right.
Oh my goodness, we had too much fun.
Our kids had a blast this weekend.
Oh yeah.
All the weekend. We're in it's really a weekend campground.
It's a weekend.
You can stay like 28 days here, which is a lot larger than most state parks or whatever. Yeah. But last week we were like one of 5 trailers in the park.
Well, we came in on Father's Day, so Sunday. I think the weekend crew had already left.
Yes. Yeah, we came in after they had all left. And so we settled in, went through the week, did our thing.
I came home on Friday night after work, and I was like, the whole campground was like completely
it was full.
Like
there was like 3 spots available.
Where did all these people come from?
And there's what, 70 sites?
There must have been at least 60 trailers in here.
At least.
All right.
60 trailers. So we had a fun time. There was a lot of young kids that were Emma and Timmy's age that were there. So was it Saturday morning? They were riding their bikes together, and the funny thing was, it looked like it was like this biker gang under 3 feet tall. All these little kids on bikes just going up and down the street at like 7:30 in the morning. They were all like, "Oh, riding! This is fun, riding, yeah." So, the kids had a blast. They made a whole bunch of new friends, and overall, they're learning how to make friends and kind of understanding that with this lifestyle, the friends that you kind of make at some of these parks, they're weekend friends. They're friends that you can hang out with and play with. So, okay, we are going to go ahead and call it a night.
We're going to cut it short.
Yeah, we have to do parenting things.
We do. Now. We have to go do parenting things now. Anyway, thank you all for joining us. Live life intentionally.
If you like this video, give it a thumbs up. Pray for us as we go in and deal with our kids. And we'll see you guys on the road. Stay tuned next week for an update on Carolyn's contract.
Or if you follow us on social media, maybe you'll see it there first.
Yeah.
Stay tuned.
All right, we'll see you on the road.
Bye.
Bye.